Okay, well, hi, how you doing? I have decided that in this momentous occasion of the BCS Championship to finally divulge after I don't know how many years, 20, 30 years, who knows, the secret recipe to Gregs Killer Nachos. That's right! Tonight, if you watch this video, you'll know how I make my famous Killer Nachos. Now, why do I say famous? Well, it's a long story, but basically, everybody likes them. That's right. And matter of fact, some people have tried to copy them, and they copy them fairly successfully, and then they keep making them, and they get fat, and then they blame me. I'm not to blame. So, tonight, friends are coming over, and I'm making nachos, because the ducks are they're gonna whoop Auburn. Yep, go Ducks! And let's rumble. Are you ready? Okay, now take notes. It's important that you take notes because I might go kind of fast here. First of all, you need some ingredients, right? Yeah. So the first thing you need are some like flour tortillas. See? Flour tortillas. And you'll need about 4 of those because 4 of them are going to go in this little pan here, kind of like that. Okay. Also, you'll need a can of Taco Bell refried beans. Taco Bell's not sponsoring us, by the way. 1 can. Remember that, 1 can, okay? And you need 1 can of pitted olives, or unpitted olives. Large is better than medium, okay? And it doesn't have to be Lindsay, but it does have to be 1 can of olives. Alrighty then. Oh, and you'll need some jalapenos. That's right. Bottled jalapenos, your choice. And you'll need some like salsa. Now salsa is very important. I suggest roasting your tomatoes and making your own salsa. But for this demonstration here today, I'm going to use Reese's Baja Cafe salsa. Alrighty then. Oh, and you'll need an onion. 1 onion's good enough. Maybe chop it up a little bit, huh? Alrighty. So we're ready to get going. Oh, of course. Chips. Need chips to make Gregs Killer Nachos, right? Okay. As a matter of fact, you'll need 2 bags of chips, and I believe these are like 1 pounders. I don't know. Get 2 bags of chips and be happy. Okay. So 2 bags of chips. You'll need some sour cream, guacamole, and maybe a tomato, huh? Alrighty then. So what I've done so far is I've grated up the cheese. Now let's talk about cheese for a moment. Let me tell you something. This is Tillamook medium cheddar cheese. This is a baby loaf of Tillamook medium cheddar cheese. Now let me tell you something. Don't go to the store and get cheap on me. You know, if you go and get a Bandon cheddar cheese, there's a reason why Bandon is $1 less than Tillamook. Because Tillamook tastes better. Okay? Alright, enough on that. Now, being that I've grated up quite a bit of cheese here, as you can see, I didn't do that by hand because I have this trusty Presto salad shooter. That's right. I only use a salad shooter for grating up cheese. I have 1 more block here, so excuse me just a moment. Kind of loud here. All right. I hope you can hear me over this. If you can't, I'm not really saying anything really important at the moment. So, and also I hope you're taking notes. All right. It's important to take lots of notes while you do this. Okay. All right. Now, get the little cheese out of here, what's left. And I usually use about 1/3 of a baby loaf. Remember what the baby loaf looks like? 1/3 of it, okay? 1/3 of a full baby loaf. Okay, so here's the grated cheese. Now, I forgot that we need to do the onions. Chop up the onions. Now, if you, I'm kind of hungry. If you chop up onions very often, I highly recommend this onion chopper. It will come in very handy when you need to dice onions. I don't know the brand, but let's see here. Model number PB407. Okay, model PB407 onion chopper, and it's really cool. It goes like this. You know, you get your onions, you cut up your onions a little bit. So I've cut them up in little cubes like this. Can you see that? Then you put them on this little screen thingy bobber, and you go down like this, and then that's all there's to it. And you've got a thing of chopped up onions. Do it again. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. Got a few more here to do. Excuse me. This is supposed to be like prepared beforehand, but oh well. I forgot to do that part. And I dropped one on the floor. I better put it there. You know, okay. Oh, by the way, I washed my hands before I started because I believe in hygiene and stuff like that. Just a little bit more, and I'll be done. And we'll be back on track here. Okay. Friends are coming over, and right about an hour from now, so everything has to be done. Alrighty then. Now let me show you this. This is so cool. Look at this. All my onions are all chopped up. No need to cut yourself with a fork like I've done before. I love that little tool. Remember the model number. Okay. Now, the first thing that we need to do, oh look over here, I forgot. You need to put that 1 can of Taco Bell refried beans in a saucepan. Here's my saucepan, and I gotta stir it up. It's already been heating a little bit. Just, you know, heat it on low for a little bit. Get it all nice and gooey, which it already is. And it's nice and hot. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my Pyrex plate with, I have 4 tortilla shells already in here. And I'm gonna lay the refried beans. I gotta do this backwards for the camera. Gotta lay the refried beans right in here like this. Oh boy, smells good. You can get jalapeno flavored refried beans if you want. Matter of fact, you probably don't even have to get Taco Bell considering that they're not sponsoring me today. Anyway, so you get all the refried beans out. And then what I usually do is put just a teeny weeny little bit of water in the bottom of this pan. And I set it back on here. And I keep the oven or the burner on because now's the time you want to add your salsa to the pan. So you add about 2 cups of salsa, okay? I can't get this thing off. There we go. That's the end of one. I'll have to open another one here. Remember, this is a very famous recipe, and through the years, lots of people have wanted it, and a few have gotten fat, and it's not my fault. Okay. So, we do this, a little more. I guess we can just pour it in, huh? Alright. I told you 2 cups, right? Yeah, maybe 2.5 or 3. Depends how you know, salsa-y-ish you like your killer nachos. I'd say about 3 cups. Okay. Good enough. Now, you can have that on put it on like warm maybe, whatever. And just let that be simmering there. Now, back to this. See those refried beans in there? Take a spoon and I start smearing them all nice and even. Kind of like if you were making a pizza and you were spreading tomato sauce or you know, whatever they do with pizzas. I don't know. Okay. So now, what we have here is a nice, evenly spread base here of refried beans on the top of the burrito shells. Okie dokie. So what we do next is get our tortilla chips. Yes, I think these are 1 pounders, and they only cost $2. Actually, at most grocery stores, a little bit less than $2, but if you go to like 7-Eleven, you'll probably pay $2. Okay, now, there's strategy in nachos, and here's where some strategy comes in. So listen carefully and keep taking notes. All right, did you hear me? I said there's strategy, listen carefully, keep taking notes. It's very important on the placement of these nachos. All right. Okay. What we do is we pick out a handful of nachos and we place them sticking up sideways in the air. Don't let any of them fall down. You want them to stick up sideways, you know, in that refried